Hi everyone! My camera is not really focusing properly, so I'm up close and personal for the intro, but hi, I'm Sailor Solitaire, and this is your June 2017 mid-month update. I hope that you guys are all doing well. If you haven't already checked out your June 2017 readings that I posted earlier this month, please do so. I will be posting a link to the playlist for all those videos at the end of this video. So don't forget to watch that if you haven't already done so. And don't forget to also check out your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, whatever sign you identify with. If you don't know what your other signs are, then I have made a video about how to find that out as well. So I'll be posting that at the end of this video too. I do post twice a month, every month for each and every sign, so please subscribe if you're interested in staying updated with my readings. Hi Sagittarians, welcome to your reading. I hope that you're all doing well. I don't know, I feel like not just Sagittarians, but most of the signs have been feeling kind of just like down lately, really unmotivated. Although I do feel like there isn't as much, sporadic restless activity or, energy, and you guys are kind of settling down and getting practical. So I feel like that's a good thing. Even though the energy level may be a little bit lower than normal, I feel like it's definitely directed at something, which is good. Okay. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse position, kind of just showing up in the deck. And so I do feel like whatever hurt that some of you have been going through, maybe for some of you, you've been going through some heartache, some heartbreak, maybe a breakup, and possibly, you've had to unfortunately deal with, some infidelity or, your partner not being faithful or not being honest with you. And now I feel like you guys are slowly starting to heal. And I feel like that pain is just lessening. I don't think that you guys thought that it would lessen, but now, over time, it's been dampening down and you kind of are now realizing like, oh, I haven't thought about it in 2 whole days or something, or like it doesn't feel as bad as it did last week. And this may be something that you never thought was possible. And so it's good. I feel like you guys are on the road to recovery. You guys are healing. Now, I want to try to stay focused on what the cards are actually saying. So let's get to it. Okay. So the first card is the card that will represent your energies, the main energies at play for you for the rest of June. And we have the Lovers. Okay, so again, some of you Sagittarians who have been feeling really down, some of you have been disillusioned, you've had to get over somebody, and you've had to kind of write somebody off and accept in your heart that that person just wasn't who they said they were, and that person wasn't right for you, and you've kind of had to just accept that. But now I feel like you guys are, if not meeting somebody new, you guys are definitely once again open to the idea of meeting somebody. It's a good time for you. You're in the right mind state to finally open your heart again, to open yourself to love. Some of you may be meeting someone, and this could be someone who ends up being a really important person to you, a potential soulmate with this card. And then for some of you, I do feel like you're still not quite there yet. You're still not quite in the right mental and emotional state to take on another relationship or to open yourself up and make yourself vulnerable again. I feel like you guys have just recovered and you want to kind of build up your self-esteem and your ability to be alone before you jump right back in there. And so for me, I feel like this Lovers card, for those of you who are still recovering, I mean, you guys are still making headway, but you're not quite there yet. So for those of you Sagittarians, I feel like this is representing the relationship that you're building with yourself. And it's a relationship that is more harmonious, more, I guess, more realistic. And that's not to say that it's, negative or it's not as hopeful and, vibrant and enriching as it was before that heartache. But I do feel like it's definitely more grounded in reality, and you guys are not expecting too much, not expecting too less or too little. And you guys are at a good place where you know your boundaries, you know your standards, and you are not going to compromise. So I feel like all around, you Sagittarians are at a good place right now. You're open to the idea of love. Some of you are open to actually meeting somebody. And I feel like some of you definitely will meet somebody. And for some reason, this could be, for some of you Sagittarians, a Gemini in your life, or somebody with Gemini influence in their chart. Not all of you, obviously, but for some of you, definitely a Gemini is going to be an important person in your life. So this is good. This is a positive, healthy relationship and healthy outlook that you guys are going to have for the rest of this month, which is great. We did have the full moon in your sign, so I do feel like some of you have been healing, and some of you have released all the energy that you needed to, and you guys have maybe had that catharsis. You've had the opportunity to really, just let a lot of things go, and a weight has kind of been lifted off your shoulders. And so now you're finally just, you're scrapping everything that really doesn't matter to you, and you're letting go of that pain, letting go of that hurt, and you're finally just at a good place where you guys are happy, and you guys can just wake up and, be excited for the rest of the day. All right, so let's see what you need to take note of. So something that maybe you guys are missing, you guys aren't really paying attention to, that you should be. So we have this Emperor in the reverse position. Okay, so for some of you, there may be an Aries, male or female, in your life who is not really having, I'm talking really weirdly, there may be an Aries, male or female, in your life who may not have the best intentions, may not have your best intentions at heart. And, sorry, my cat Milkshake in the background is playing with something. But anyway, so there's an Aries here who may be out to get you. Maybe they're realizing or they're noticing your sudden, change of outlook on life, and you're playing it a lot cooler than you have been, and you're just not concerned with their antics, you're not letting them get to you, and this is kind of bothering them because, the Emperor is this almost domineering figure, and kind of like an authority figure, maybe a boss or something, kind of, or maybe a father for some of you, just kind of looking down or, really just grilling you, and just, I guess, being so critical and judgmental and wanting to, ruin what you have. Look how peaceful the Lovers card is, and then you have this Emperor card in reverse, which is just bringing a lot of intense, like, passionate energy, but kind of aggressive energy your way. And so I do feel like this is telling you or reminding you to not so easily give up your chill, your calmness. You guys are at a good, serene place, and don't let other people get in the way of that. Don't let, other people rain on your parade, basically. And if, other people are trying to hype you up and trying to get you to look at things the way you used to, or look at things more negatively and more, pessimistically and bitterly, you need to remember that you're at a happy place and you don't need other people bringing you down. And it's okay to just relax and have a confident and more certain attitude. You don't have to always be so hyped up. So general advice for you Sagittarians is this 5 of Swords. Okay. So I do feel like this is a warning card that does relate to this Emperor in the reverse position. So definitely I feel like you guys are at a good place. You have this Lovers card here, which is, beautiful energy. It's just a nice, tranquil time for you, and it's a break from feeling negative and all that heartbreak that the what was it? The 3 of Swords in reverse indicated, the card that popped up earlier. And then you have, another card, another Swords card, Air energy, which is all about conflict, all about mind games and, and anguish. And then we have the 5 of Swords in this position, warning you that in terms of disagreements or conflict, there really is hardly ever, a black and white picture of who's right and who's wrong. And so even if, the aggressor is somebody else and you feel like, oh, well, I was just, defending myself, or I didn't start it, so it's not my fault. Regardless of all that, I feel like this card is warning you that, it doesn't really matter who starts it or, who was in the right, in the wrong. When you get involved and you get sucked into that energy, it doesn't matter if it was your fault or not. You are going to suffer from the consequences of that conflict and that emotional turmoil. And you are in such a good place right now. I feel like you have the potential here to be, just in your own element, in your own zone, and just killing it, doing your own thing, not concerned about what other people are doing, not concerned about, all the craziness going on around you. And with this energy here kind of trying to come in and ruin that for you, I feel like it's going to be such a waste. And, you could just go back to the same mentality that you were in before. And I'm not saying that you need to, just take whatever aggression is coming your way and not defend yourself and not, stick up for yourself. But at the same time, I feel like this is telling you to pick and choose your battles, and to, don't waste your energy on things that at the end of the day, have no meaning, have no significance to you, if it's not going to help you, and if you're not going to benefit from that experience, then, just walk away. So I feel like definitely there's some sort of confrontation that may be happening, and it's not even going to be producing any, fruitful results or beneficial or, productive results. It's just this energy here, maybe somebody who is envious of what you have, of your mentality, maybe of your even relationship, or maybe this could be your ex here, kind of losing, they feel like they're losing the battle between the exes, and, oh, you're moving on, I'm gonna come back into your life and I'm gonna, shake things up just because I can. This 5 of Swords is definitely about, conflict and about disagreements. And if this is in fact about, your ex, it's just going to open up a can of worms. It's going to, reopen that hole in your heart when you have just finally, pieced yourself back together. You don't want to go down that road. Okay, Sagittarians. Now, let's see what the outcome card is for you. The World. See what I mean? Guys, you are doing your thing. You have 2 major arcana cards, 3 major arcana cards here, actually. One really strong negative influence trying to sabotage you, trying to, destroy what you finally have, what you finally built for yourself. And you don't want anybody getting in that way, even yourself. Don't get in your own way. We have here the World, which is just a beautiful, beautiful card. Look at that. It's complete peace of mind, tranquility, serenity, just Oh, such a transformation. You have the butterflies here signifying, you know, rebirth and metamorphosis, just an amazing change and new life. You guys, I feel like, have, you know, whether or not it's a breakup, or if it's just, you know, maybe you guys were feeling really unmotivated and you felt like you guys were really struggling in life. But now I feel like, you know, whatever the situation, you're finally coming into a really good place in your life, which is amazing. You do have, you know, of course, still people and, you know, situations are always going to try to, you know, bring you back down with these. But again, just pick and choose your battles, and I feel like you guys will be okay. And then we have this world here, which is just you guys are literally sitting on top of the world. You guys are in your zone. You guys are in your element. You guys have found this balance between, you know, loving yourself and possibly having a loving, harmonious union with another person. And you guys are really hitting your stride. You guys are there. You guys are at peace. You guys feel like you're living up to your potential at this point. And you guys are really functioning at like maximum capacity. It's great. Just watch out for people who are trying to suck your energy and bring you down. Just walk away. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found that helpful, insightful, meaningful, valuable for you. And I recommend you guys watch your other signs as well as your June 2017 reading that I posted earlier this month. If you have any feedback, I am all ears. Any comments at all, questions, any insights you feel like you want to share, please share them down below in the comments. I love getting comments from you. I love talking with you guys, so don't be shy. And until then, I want to thank you so much for watching, everybody's continued support. I love you guys so much. And I hope to see you guys in my next video. Thank you again. And I wish you peace, joy, happiness, so much love. It's all love. Take care.